The same great team and service that you've always known, Ace Hardware Home Services, serving Hickory in the Catawba Valley area since 1990.
Welcome to Community Focus here on the WHKY News. I'm Ralph Mangum. WHKY's Ariana Mack has information on a newly opened facility in Catawba County that'll help residents apply for disaster assistance.
Joining WHKY in Community Focus, Nate Custer, Media Relations Specialist and Office of External Affairs for the Federal Emergency Management Agency. How are you today, Nate?
I'm doing well, Ariana, and thanks very much for having me on.
Of course, it's no problem at all. And bring us up to speed on what's going on lately.
What is brand new, let's put it that way, is we have a disaster recovery center in Catawba County. It's at Fire Station 3 in Conover. I believe that address is 1776 Village Northwest, or Village Square Northwest. That is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 7 days a week. These disaster recovery centers are what we like to call one-stop shopping. People who had disaster damages in any of these declared counties can go there and get some one-on-one help. They sit across the table from a FEMA, an individual assistance specialist, and get their questions answered. If they've already registered and put in an application and submitted some paperwork, some documents, some information, the specialist can look that up on the computer and make sure everything is complete. There may be some missing documents, and you will learn that when you go in there if that's a problem with your application, and they can tell you what you have to do and how to get those documents in. This is a facility that people, a lot of them, would feel more comfortable talking to somebody face to face rather than doing this over the phone, although we do have a helpline which they can use if they can't get to a disaster recovery center. But we've opened 19 of these. That's rather remarkable because it takes a pretty big staff and computers and online links and whatever. And the location where these are held has to be ADA compliant. It has to have some decent transportation, public transportation options. So we would urge people who have any questions about FEMA and what the programs are, what they may qualify for, to go in. No appointment is needed. 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Sunday, in the Fire Station 3 in Conover.
And what are some topics that you know can be answered when people go to these facilities?
They want to know what types of assistance they may qualify for. We can consider emergency home repairs. We're not going to rebuild a home that's devastated, but we can look at with an inspector who will make an appointment and come out and look at your property. He or she will see whether it's something that could be repaired. Maybe there are holes in the walls, or the utilities are not working, and they can connect those, so that you and the family can remain in that home while additional work to rehab your home goes on. And it's a comfort factor for people to be able to be on their property and not at some distant location, staying with a friend or a relative and wondering what's happening at my home, what's going on over there, or is there any intrusion going on, or you keep a close eye on things when you can stay right in the home.
For continued updates from FEMA and Hurricane Helene relief, visit our website, WHKY.com. Thank you, Nate, for joining us. FEMA Media Relations. I'm Ariana Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Ariana, and thanks to Nate Custer for his time today. WHKY's Rob Eastwood has details on a highway safety initiative that's underway across the state.
The North Carolina Governor's Highway Safety Program has launched the Halloween Booze It and Lose It program to raise awareness about the dangers of driving while impaired. The campaign will run this entire week. Starting today, law enforcement officials will increase saturation patrols to take drunk drivers off the roads. The North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles reports that 405 people died in alcohol-related crashes in North Carolina in 2023. Of the 1,565 people that died in fatal car crashes last year, 22.4% were alcohol-related fatalities. A press conference to launch The Booze It and Lose It initiative was held last Friday at the North Carolina State Fair. The campaign will run through Sunday, November 3rd. Drivers on North Carolina highways can expect to see increased patrols to highlight the dangers of driving while impaired with alcohol and drugs. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thanks, Rob. That'll do it for Community Focus and the WHKY News today. On behalf of Ariana Mack, Rob Eastwood, Jason Savage, and Nate Custer, I'm Ralph Mangum. This has been the WHKY News.